up in Newark was an interesting experience, especially when you're in school with kids who are not focused 100%. Education is not our main priority when you grow up in Newark. Your main priority is your safety and being alive, basically surviving the streets, not only when you get to school, but getting to school, getting home. And getting home was one of my biggest problems because both my parents work, and they work night shifts, and Miss Montague was always there for me. She would pick me up, she would drop me off. She was my second mother. I don't know, I've always called her my mother, even though I had much like, your mother's gonna get mad. I have a mother. She is my second mother outside of home. She was home outside of home. Going to school in Iama Flag, which is the jail, they used to call it the jail, had no windows, it was difficult, you know, and in class she made sure you focused. She made sure your spelling was correct, your writing was correct, your grammar, your sentence structure, and that made me who I was. I mean, I went to Rutgers, I graduated last year, and now starting law school in September, it's an amazing experience to know that what she taught me in an English class in elementary school, it took me to where I am and where I will be. And that changed my lens of how I saw my life. You know, I grew up in Newark, I'm gonna be a lawyer, and I'm gonna change the lens of everybody's life, and it's because of what she taught me when I was in elementary school. So you start so young, and there's people who touch your lives, and she was it for me. One of my favorite experiences from going to school in Flag was, this is a funny story. So when you're in school, you hate parent-teacher night because you hate when your parents come and speak to your teachers, but something that I noticed about Newark was that parents were not really that involved with their kids at school. They didn't come to parent-teacher night, and because me and Miss Montague were so close, I would just stay and we would play Scrabble. But even just the game of Scrabble itself taught me so much about my vocabulary, and it's always an educational experience. You take everything that you learn and you continue to learn. And one thing that I did in elementary school with Miss Montague was the basketball team. I wasn't any good, but I played basketball for her, and she taught me that it's not about how good you are, it's about how much effort you put in and how much heart you show that you have. And that's something that I used when I went to high school, because I was a team captain for my volleyball team all 4 years, starting from my first year, my freshman year, I was already captain. So it just shows that heart takes you wherever you have to go. Like, if you dedicate yourself to anything, you will succeed. And that's something that she taught me at a very early age, that taught me to keep persevering throughout my entire life. Like I said before, is what you learn your younger years is what keeps you going. And Miss Montague taught us how to be better versions of ourselves. And I think that if Newark had that type of influence on all of its residents, then Newark would be better than what we are, because that's what we need. We need to be better than what we are, and that's what we strive for. And that's why I think she would be great for Newark.